Understanding people.
Is audio recording? Understanding. Understanding.
What happened to the beat?
What happened to you people?
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Remember understanding you people?
We can't get a jingle out of you two? Y'all too good for the jingle?
I don't know.
Nah, we're not in the mood today. You know what I'm saying? It's a real serious episode we about to talk about. You heard?
What's the episode, PJ? Tell us.
Let me start off in a better way. How are you doing today, Jess?
I'm good, yeah.
Because I realized you're the only woman on the panel, but they never seem to ask how you're doing.
That's because you always ask first.
And we've been here for
Literally.
17 hours. Like.
So how you doing today? Now you know how I always skip.
Yeah, you always skip me in school.
I'm doing quite well.
I'm doing pretty good myself. PJ, how you doing? I'm hanging in there. You know what I'm saying?
How art thou, Malik?
I am. I'm pretty good, brother. You know me.
Malik of
I'm
Harlem.
out here. I'm good, man.
Got the two-tone on.
You know,
So sad.
if I could be in
Some
a picture
light.
like this, y'all gonna think it's two different people.
Well, one missing an arm.
Well, I was just thinking that, but I was like, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna bring that back up.
We're not. Shout out to the people with one arm. Oh my
they
god.
still
I
follow
mean,
me.
yeah, they people.
Can you shout that out?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
why not? You know what I'm
People.
saying?
That sounds like an odd thing to shout out.
Just because they're missing an appendage doesn't mean they don't like podcasts.
I never said that.
saying,
I'm just saying.
you know what I mean?
Yo, hold
Sounds a
on.
little sus
How
to
you spell
shout
that?
them
That was a
out.
big word.
An appendage?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was-
fucking know how to spell it. I just know how to say it. I know what it means.
But yeah, man, welcome to our 13th episode. We actually are rolling really good, man.
Did y'all think we make it this far?
You?
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
I figured everybody else would, you know what I mean? But nah, yeah, man.
Because honestly, PJ ain't really picked none of us. PJ picked other motherfuckers and we just ended up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we wasn't his first choice.
Who was the first choice?
I mean, he picked me, kind of.
Yeah, I definitely picked Nas. Definitely Nas.
Oh yeah, I was just by default because I know how to work your equipment. So.
Y'all were hot.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
Hey,
that
I'm
sounds crazy.
actually recording.
Wait a
equipment.
minute.
That sounds crazy.
Camera people.
I was originally a camera woman.
And the idea just sparked when I was talking to Malik about it because he had a radio show himself. I guess you just, I don't know.
It's like I don't know what it's called, but
Shout out to what that was.
White people. But
understand.
they're already mad at me,
people.
right? It's even more reason. That's a black
But
thing.
yeah, we wasn't PJ's first. Back to the topic. We wasn't PJ's first choice.
But you know what? They were the better choice.
You still talk to those other people?
One of them.
Do you still talk to those other people?
Yup. I still get love from everybody. Shout out everybody.
Even the people you didn't text back. Shout out to you.
Or inform.
that they weren't going to be here anymore. Woo!
To episode 13. What's the topic, y'all?
Introversion versus extrovert.
I thought it was Domovert. Adinavert.
How's it going?
Did you miss me? Of course I did.
I
Yo,
love how you just do the call and response.
I like how you put their names together. Like, that was cool.
And that last one caught me off.
You
So
wrote that down
sad.
for me?
So sad. Well, here come the cops.
Here come the cops. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay,
Jizz.
take us back. Episode 13 is
Introverts versus extroverts, or introversion versus extroversion.
I'm just trying
Awkward
to get myself
transition.
back.
Jessica, what's the definitions for these terms?
I was technically supposed to go last, and you guys supposed to interpret it on
Yeah,
your
everybody's
own.
supposed to give their own definition.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There you
just
go.
gang up on me.
Here come the cops.
Yeah, here come the cops.
Here come the cops. You gotta throw the arms in. Here come the cops. Here come the cops.
I know I'm laughing, but what is that
I'm gonna
from?
say it right.
Yeah, where'd you
I don't
get that
know.
from?
I don't know. Just
Somebody at home right now, nigga stole that from me.
nah, I don't know what the fuck made that come to my mind, man.
Yo, if he stole that from you, just comment and let us know it's yours, and we'll give you credit.
First of all,
Maybe.
I don't steal shit. I don't steal shit. I don't steal goddamn thing.
Okay, what is your definition?
My definition of introvert is I guess a loner, someone who prefers their time alone as opposed to time with other people. Not saying that they won't indulge in that, but as far as like where they get their energy from, it's from like spending time by themselves and their thoughts and shit like that. And an extrovert would be the opposite, someone who draws energy or like likes to be around people and like, you know, in social settings. That's their shit.
I respect it. Well, my definition would be similar. Introvert is more like a shy, you know, to themselves kind of person. Extrovert is more outgoing, you know, willing to be in the public eye. Attention seekers for the most part. Yeah, Malik kind of people.
Damn. I'm extrovert. Yeah, these guys kind of summed it up. I'm not gonna repeat that stuff. It's good. That's how I feel about it.
Just get it.
A little bit of both. You know.
Thank you.
That's how I season my chicken. That's my introvert extrovert chicken.
Wait a minute.
That's how I see it.
PJ and
You guys are
Nas.
the seasoning.
Yeah,
Wait a
I'm
minute.
my flavorful
Give them my
chicken.
finger.
Hello.
Hello.
Now that just messed me up because now I'm thinking about the free conversation and you seasoning chicken. Yes.
Okay, Jessica, what's
Two dark-skinned brothers.
the facts?
Give us the finesse.
By the way, everybody loves chicken, not just black people. It's delicious.
Depending who cooks it. I like that
As
sauce.
long as it's seasoned.
I got the Naj and PJ seasoning.
This is starting to get out of here. What's this Naj and PJ shit going on? You know what I'm saying?
Because
you guys got the flavor. But that's
We
not
from the
weird,
motherland, you
too,
feel me?
also.
You know what I'm saying? They was inside. We was outside. You know what I'm saying? We ran.
Motherland.
Not do that right now.
Wait, it's
Not-
weird how you said we was from the motherland and you said they was inside, we was outside, which is not attributed to the motherland.
That was
Nah.
true.
Technically, the motherland, we all be together.
That's true.
I'm in the house. I don't know what you're talking about.
And don't have a problem with it neither. Who
So you
that
got-
nigga?
That, I'm
Yes
not
or
claiming
no,
that.
sir?
Who that
You
nigga on
got
that
it.
nag? Who that
It's
nigga on
hot.
that nag?
Who that nigga on that?
I'm not claiming that. Anyways, so an introvert is described as someone who's interested basically on their own mental state. So again, shy, can technically be more of a loner, and they get more of their energy from self-reflection and being more reserved. Versus the extrovert, they get more of their energy from being with people in social settings. So their gratification comes outside of themselves. Versus introversion, your gratification comes within yourself.
By the way, them earrings is fire. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is that like
So you wasn't listening to her? You was just looking at her face?
The earrings is not
What up,
technically
yo?
the face.
I was listening to Jess. I was listening to the words that you
I
were saying.
appreciate you.
You're a pervert. Let's get that out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, back to the topic of Jess's words. What do you feel are your strong suits as an introvert or an extrovert?
Well, we didn't describe what you
Whichever
were, so.
you identify with.
PJ, take it away.
I was waiting for somebody else so I could get my example compared to that. You know what I'm saying? Here come the cops. But
Did you growl? What was that?
oh yeah, I was listening to DMX earlier on the way in. Oh my dogs. Nah, but,
Get him.
nah, but I would. You a puppy?
That's
He's
not
a
a
dog.
strong
He
He's
just-
a
he
younger
just-
dog.
Yeah. That sounds like little Bow Wow versus DMX.
Word of mother.
My butt cracked.
You gonna do dog puberty?
Grown ass man talking about some. You scared me. But I would describe myself more as an extrovert. I like to be around people, and I think I do get a lot of my energy from other energies. Being by myself is kind of hard for me. I feel like I'm locked in a cell or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a box.
Don't you got your cats?
Man, one of them niggas
They
is
can't
annoying.
talk back.
But yeah, I would describe myself more as an extrovert. Did he just say? "Ee-oo"?
Yeah.
He caught me off guard. What's wrong with you?
My guy.
Ching,
Bring out
chong,
that energy.
ching, chong. That's the Chinese version.
It's not.
Ching, chong.
No. No.
Okay, so thank you.
Like, please stop talking.
Yeah. Fine. Don't go any further.
I know this is a podcast, but stop.
Ching, ching, chong. Nah, that's going in my head. Yeah. Funky dog.
What's wrong with you? Yo.
Shout out to Gary.
Shout out to Gil.
Ain't nothing but a G thing.
Hey, yo, anyways, so
Yo.
because if we don't talk, you're
Please.
just gonna keep on going.
Please.
What am I? I think I'm more a combination of the two. That being said, I might lean more towards like ambivert. I might lean more towards
what?
an ambivert.
See that
like,
one?
you know,
Oh, y'all
I
heads.
thought that's an ambivert.
Not an ambivert.
ambivert.
It's an Amber Alert. That's what I'm missing.
No. Okay. Let's stay on topic.
Wow.
So, that being said, I think I lean more towards introversion because I do enjoy being by myself and like, reflecting on my thoughts. People can be overwhelming at times, especially if it's a situation if I kind of don't care about what they're talking about to me. But I do also enjoy being around people and being in social settings. I like making people laugh and like having jokes and hearing stories and shit like that. So I'm in the middle.
Yeah, I think I'm a healthy balance. I was thinking while you were talking, like, do I have to force myself to be one way or another? And I don't know. I find myself having to force myself to go out sometimes, but I know I'm an extrovert. That's the weird thing. Like, I know I like to be around and I thrive with the jokes and all that. But I catch myself like, I'd rather just sit here.
Not be around you people.
Yeah, I'd rather just say this is easier. So yeah, I'm an Amber Alert, which I called it.
So stop calling.
Not
So
an
stop.
Amber Alert.
Stop calling me when we're out. Us three we're out and talking
I
about yo
still
why we
feel
didn't
away.
invite you.
Let's not bring this up.
We just won't.
What is it?
Ambivert.
Now I keep hearing Amber Alert.
Ambervert.
Jessica.
So I'm definitely introvert. Like, it takes a lot of
Like
energy.
100%. No, there's no like.
I put it on. Like, I can be an extrovert, but I have to.
Sorry, I pictured you putting on like a t-shirt.
Yeah. I like to call it a fancy cap.
Well, time to talk.
It's my fancy cap, guys. Okay, I put it on when I have to go to work because I have to socialize, and primarily most of my job is socializing with other people.
Speaking to the microphone, please.
I thought I was.
Or like lean it up so you
Okay, because I'm a little taller today. Ew.
got on your heels.
No.
Did you raise the seat?
Yes, I did. No, but I really feel drained when I have to put it on. So I can put it on, but then I'll need like a good 30 minutes to just not be with anyone. Like, don't talk to me, nothing. So if I have a really intense week, I have to like be by myself.
That's crazy. I hear people use that term like they get drained from being like social.
It's emotionally draining.
For real?
Yeah, especially, okay, it depends on the people that I'm with. So if I'm with my girls or my man, I can just be there and not feel like the need to like put on a show or like have to do anything to entertain. When my girlfriends come over, we can literally just be in the bed, not say anything, and be having a ball.
Yeah.
Not in the bed like that.
I'm about to say
So looking at me
girlfriends
like
in
that.
the bed.
My female best friends, we call each other
kidding.
girlfriends.
I'm kidding.
We can just be hanging
Just
over
the
doing
adults
each other's.
understand.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm
We can just be together. There's something. It's a turn.
I'm a kidvert.
You a kid pervert.
Wait a minute.
No. We're not gonna put
Yeah,
that
exactly.
narrative. We're not
Perverts
gonna-
with
yeah, no.
turtlenecks.
I have to bark like this.
Y'all are draining me right now.
But nah, I totally
Malik
understand what you're
Weinstein.
saying. I've been in situations where like it's like if I don't know the people around me, then I have to put an extra effort to like speak.
To get
and
it out.
sometimes I get exhausted because maybe I don't have anything to say at the moment. Or I just can't think of what to say to like engage with this person because I don't know you. I don't know what kind of
Likes and
humor
interests.
appeals to you, what
Yeah.
your interests are. Sure, I can ask you them, but like doesn't necessarily mean it's something I could work with.
Even do you feel like that when you're? Forget it. It's cool. Yeah. So that I've heard that term and that's actually pretty interesting. How about you, PJ? Oh,
I answered it. I'm more of an extrovert, but I can be. To be honest with you, the only time I'm an introvert is my heart is broken. That's the only time I want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Listen to my slow jams. You know what I'm saying? Listen to my baby. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time I'm an introvert.
I
I think
feel like
I
that's
think I
just
mentioned this
a lot of
earlier, but
people.
like, would you really want to be around people while your heart is breaking?
I think that's standard.
Come cry with me.
You make me feel that way now.
No.
Nah, but yeah, for the most part, I think I'm an extrovert. I love like just being around people. I love laughing. I love the atmosphere of just being amongst people and learning different things. You know what I mean? Social.
But I can do that too, but it's just in degrees.
Yeah. I could do it
Like-
no matter what. That's how I feel. Like.
see, I could jump out of bed and be like, Hey, 35 people, pull up.
No. Wow, 35 people.
Start at the top of the day.
Yeah, at the top of the day. Teeth not even
No,
brushed yet.
gatherings.
Hello.
I'm gonna sneak to the bathroom, and just be like, okay, woosah, real
For
quick.
real?
Yeah.
What? I got a question. What do you feel like your strong suits as an introvert or extrovert?
Networking. I'm able to.
I was definitely asking Naj.
Oh shit. Shit.
He said, wait your turn.
My
Malachi, wait.
I think Malachi.
It's Malachi with the turtleneck on. Yeah.
My good man. Let's see. As an introvert, I guess I would say my ability to analyze a situation and somewhat think things through, because there's been many situations where like I'm like
Many a
either in
times.
an environment I don't know everybody who's around, or like someone's speaking to me and like I'm thinking about what to say, and it might be in contrast, or like it might be a diss to somebody else, and then somebody walks in and I didn't say it, but they walk in and I save myself by not being like too wordy or too mouthy. There's that, and then like being able, like I said, to analyze things, because you know, as far as like introversion, you're taking in like a lot of information, you're observing things, and you're like planning things out. On the extroversion side, it might be making people feel comfortable and like encouraging certain behaviors that they might not otherwise think they're capable of, or like, you know, instilling a certain kind of confidence in individuals to achieve certain things, because for a lack of like not lack of, for like a fear of like looking stupid to do some things, because like I'm not always too caught up at looking like a fool
I am.
for certain things that I want to do, you know.
Why are you dying over here?
Cause I'm just picturing now. It's like the whole time he's selling, I'm picturing him like chug, get chug, chug. That's the confidence he's instilling. Chug.
Well, he does that through dancing. Like, he'll make everybody like start.
Alcohol poisoning, what's that?
Strengths.
Well, yeah, just like Nash, it makes you more observant. So I can sit back, watch the atmosphere, and then I can like be a chameleon. Like, okay, so I can be a little bit more this way with this certain group of people, to finesse, especially in networking situations, or when I'm on a job and I have to like sit back and relax because it's not my thing, or it's not my main job, so I'm helping someone else. So just to maneuver in the appropriate way.
I think that's the Amber Alert version. Like that, I agree with that, because it's like.
Yo, who you got missing? Like, who did you kidnap? What are you trying to warn the viewers? Like, you got somebody trapped at your crib?
I'm really loving that Amber Alert.
No, but so I agree. Like I think that's the key, is like the ability to do both. So you're not like in the matrix fully, but you're able
'Cause
to
it's a
assess.
spectrum.
Yeah, you're able to assess the matrix that you're about to walk into, and then be able to maneuver.
Yeah, I
the
can dip
chameleon.
in, but
Yeah.
my home base is on the left versus someone else's home base on the right. But I can meet them, and I'm like, all right, that's enough for me. I gotta go home.
So what are your strengths?
Balance is my strength. My strength, in order to be like, sometimes it calls for me to be an extrovert, and sometimes it calls for me to be an introvert. Even when I'm out in the elements, there are times that I have to lead and be the life, and then sometimes I can be like, this person's the life. I can just bounce off of that. You gotta know when to be a point guard and when to be a scorer. Not me. How about you, Pete?
I think I have the ability to, you know, bring a lot of people together from different cultures.
I kind of missed that last part.
I don't think she likes basketball. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Because first he said balance, so I'm like, there's multiple things he balances, and then he said I want to be a scorer. So I'm thinking about earlier, like he likes to score.
What do you mean by his multiple things he balances?
I'm just gonna leave it there.
I want to know.
Balancing of my meditations. Anyway, PJ, continue. Take it on. Go ahead.
You can't let people talk for too long on this show. You gotta keep on switching.
By the way, what?
This ain't some wild shit.
Nah, but on the extrovert side, I think I have the ability to like bring a lot of people together. Like, you know, people that probably would never speak to each other, so I kind of make them more comfortable in a room. On the
You got me my
introvert,
job.
huh?
I forgot you got me my job. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll big you up for that. But I'll like take away a little bit, because you be a little bit heavy handed with it.
What do you mean, like?
It's like, hey, that's my boy Naj. He live on such and such street. His blood type is AB positive.
So he did that to everybody. Okay.
Would you like a skin sample?
It's my
I
sister
tell you
Jess.
at dinner, and he was like, "That's Jess. She gonna be a famous makeup artist. You gonna see her?" I'm like, I don't think the waiter really wants to know this.
Well, next thing you know, the waiter was telling us where he from and all
Yeah.
that type of shit. Nah, but I just like making people feel comfortable for the most part, man. Because I feel like a lot of people walk into situations not knowing what to expect, so they shy away. They turn into introverts right away. But it's like, yo, we human, man.
So PJ's approach is, here's the light.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that haircut.
Wow, baby, you don't like my little Jerry curls? Drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip.
Let your soul flow.
Do you guys feel that your job requires you to be more of an extrovert or an introvert? Have the queen of the show go first.
Well, I think it's both, because as a makeup artist, you're honestly doing work by yourself, and you're constantly in your head critiquing your work until the outcome happens. So for an hour, you're basically like, I should do this. No, I should do this. No, that looks weird. Let me correct that. And then you have to be an extrovert to like talk to the people, because they think you're their therapist and they want to tell you everything about their life. You're like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry that happened. And you'll leave like it's the end of a therapy session. And then you'll be in a big room, like a big group or campaign, where you got to talk to the photographers and talk to the stylists and be buddy with everyone. So you kind of have to put on the show. So I'd be like, okay. And it's like an end scene kind of moment. Like, we're on, and then go. And then by the time I finish, I'm like, okay, I'm going home now. And then shut down. I'm on the train. Nobody talked to me. Yeah.
Because you've been in it so long.
Yeah. It's like 10 hours of being on. And it's afterwards, I'm like, I need like 2 hours of being off and just eat and refuel.
I think my job would love if I was an introvert, but I can't. I'm extrovert. My personality does not work for it, but they would love if I was shy and didn't speak up, because I'm the loudest motherfucker there. And I don't care. Should never hire me.
Too late now.
That's what we keep on telling ourselves.
Past probation now. Ain't no firing me, dog.
And we unionized.
Exactly. I got a whole union behind me.
What's that
in
shit?
case you're watching.
What was that shit like? Nigga here now. Nigga here now.
Nigga here now.
That's what you want, a nigga here now. But yeah, my job would definitely want me to be an introvert, but they won't be getting that no time soon.
At your job, it's required to be an extrovert, or it don't matter?
No, it doesn't matter what you are. I think one thing about like my particular field, they don't realize they kind of create you to become either introvert or extrovert. But I have a strong personality, so I'm gonna stick to who I am no matter what. So,
it's very much so both, because as far as like on the production side of things, with what I do, I have to like speak to people, make them comfortable, and it's like a lot of collaborations as far as putting together videos or podcasts or coming up with ideas, brainstorming. But on the other side, where you're like post-production side, where you're editing things and putting things together to be uploaded or like distributed wherever, it can be a very solitude kind of thing. It can still be collaborative, but a lot of times I find myself just sitting there editing and double checking or triple checking, whatever, going back and like trying to be comfortable with the product that's being put out.
For me, I'm on Front Street all day. I work at an office, so it's like I'm the first point of contact, so I got to be an extrovert. And then in my other job, I'm the introvert, because all the work that needs to be done is in the back, and I only interact with like 2 people. So it's a healthy balance between my 2 jobs. One, I'm forced to be the Front Street. I got to be in the front talking to everybody. And then the other one, I've elected not to do like appointments. I'm the back doing the Excel sheets and stuff like that, where I don't have to talk to anybody. So it's a healthy balance of the 2.
yeah, that's not bad.
I couldn't do, but I could do one job being either. I couldn't do the other job being an introvert, because the
You
fact
have
that
to
you're
interact with
walking,
people.
you're walking into the office. I'm the first point. You need help getting here. You need help doing this. I need to do this. Like, it's more of.
I'm gonna add a question to the next question we have. First, amongst us, I want everybody's opinion on what do they feel. Some like one is the introvert or extrovert. Like if you like, we're gonna start with Malik. Like Jessica, what do you feel he is?
I would say leaning towards extrovert.
No.
About Malik?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say extroversion, because that's main side I've seen of you.
Yeah.
I've never been in your house watching you work,
To
making
see
it
the tone
awkward.
downside.
Gotcha.
I agree. Well, also extrovert. How do you guys feel about Jess?
I think leaning more towards the introvert, and work forces her to be like what she mentioned. Like I gotta I got to be like this.
I find it in the middle a little bit
Do
more.
you?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny for me because when I met you, I would have thought you were an extrovert. Because when I met you like in
Seriously?
school, because you were doing the dancing thing.
Because those things I had to be.
Yeah.
But
So it's
then,
like pretty much wherever your job takes you, like
Yeah.
or your position. You. How do you guys feel about me?
Extrovert. all day.
Extrovert.
Like, you can't have
Yeah.
that.
Extrovert and make it extra hot.
Yeah.
Make it
Actually,
hot.
you use the extra.
Cool me off.
Heck of a cow.
It's funny with you. I always thought you were extrovert, but getting to know you now, I'm starting to feel like you're an introvert.
I feel like you're a step up from me because you make me more extroverted.
Okay.
But you have your introverted moments.
Mm.
But you could turn it on quicker than I can turn it on.
Yeah, I feel like
But-
if the occasion calls for it, it's like it's not like hard for you to be like, all right, it's time.
yeah, so I would say
I don't
you
think
more in
it
the middle.
takes the whole like. Let me put it on. I think it's like if it calls for it, I got it. But if it was up to you, I feel like you'd be at the crib.
Oh yeah, fact.
Yeah.
Just you, if you could make all the millions from in the house, you would be in the house.
Yeah, that's a good way to.
Yeah.
But who wouldn't choose that?
I would.
No, some
I
people prefer to like be
I
out
would.
and about.
I would make my millions outside. Like I would talk to people all day.
Oh yeah.
And set, if they gave me an option to be like Zuckerberg or Will Smith, I would be Will Smith, not Zuckerberg. Like Zuckerberg is like coding. I'm gonna sit in the house and just whatever. I wouldn't do that.
I'll be
But that's the
Zuckerberg,
thing.
but,
I
like,
don't think
Will Smith
I
on
would.
weekends.
Which is why I said I'm
Can I
in the
do
middle.
that?
I wouldn't want to solely like be in the house. I would want a good balance.
Yeah.
He comes out, so he has to be the face of Facebook. But
Then he
don't
buy like
see
an
him.
island or some shit like that.
How you guys doing? Later.
What was I gonna
What
say?
would your friends consider you? Like your friends outside of us and the people you're close to?
They might consider me a little bit more introverted too. That's because a lot of
Because
my
the group
friends
of friends
tends
you
to be
have-
very extroverted,
Yeah.
which in contrast to them, I would be very introverted.
So you are that type of person who's like the opposites attract. Like most of your friends are total opposite of you, pretty much.
To an extent,
Mhm.
yeah. But like, it's definitely like you were saying. I could turn it on and turn it off a lot more easier now than I could when I was younger. It was definitely a skill that I had to develop over the years, and just like think to myself, hey, it's really not that serious. All right, just speak to the person if you want to speak to them. If you don't want to speak to them, don't feel awkward about it. That being said, I do still have moments where I'm like interacting with a person and there's like nothing being said, and I feel like I need to say something. But then there's also a part of me that's saying like, you really don't have to. Who gives a fuck? Just sit there in silence and be awkward.
I feel like greatness is when you can be like just silent. Like in that moment where you're like, I feel like the greatest people could just be like.
Nah, I
Sometimes,
totally agree
but then
with
people
you,
don't want to
bro.
fucking talk to you no more.
Nah, I totally agree with you.
like you.
That's self-control like a
most,
motherfucker,
Like
bro.
like you reached the peak if you could just be like
Yo,
with
that
a straight face
and
and
that
just
shit is
breathing it
hard.
inside. Like,
No, I can do that. It's just
Yeah.
that other people feel uncomfortable around me when I'm doing that. It's like, you alright? It's like, yeah, I'm good.
No,
What are you
yeah.
thinking about? I'm
Nothing to
not
say.
really thinking about anything.
Just here.
That shit is tough.
how about you? What do your friends consider you?
Extrovert? You know what I mean, that's a good.
We all feel the same. Kind of.
Yeah. Have you, Jess?
Introvert. Well, then again, like majority of my good friends are similar,
Oh, okay.
or they might just be slightly higher on the scale to touch extroversion, but they're still like I said, we're just
Yeah.
bowl of ice cream. We'll say one joke the whole evening, and it's just like and it's like, all right.
That's one joke. Ha! Then everybody goes back into silence.
Take your hat off.
Because you don't have to like put on the front.
Yeah.
It's like I just want your company, but you don't have to force yourself to do anything.
Yeah, I feel you.
And that's what I like. I like to be around people where I don't feel like I have to put on a
Put it
front.
on,
Because
yeah.
in those environments, I guess it actually promotes me to speak more and be like more free with my
Yeah.
my words.
See, see for me, that's the weird part. Like, I could be amongst people. Like, as soon as I say I do get quiet, people looking at me like, yo, something definitely got to be wrong with this dude. Like,
Because that goes against everything they've always seen from you.
so is that technically a front? Would you put that in that category?
No,
No.
I wouldn't say it's a front. Because what if you don't want to talk?
Yeah.
That's true.
It happens.
What about you? What do your friends consider you?
My friends would consider me.
First of all, you got friends?
And I got a few.
Okay, just
I
make
got
sure.
5.
Okay.
Top 5.
There's
Top
3
5.
here. There's 3 here. 1 in the back.
Looks around the room.
So they would consider me a introvert because when we're gonna hang out, if we're not like gonna go out to eat, we could just be in my crib. But it's weird because when we're in my crib, I'm also the extrovert because I'm the one like talking. I got this to talk about, this to talk about, that to talk about. So it's like so probably the introvert side.
So, guys, Jess, where in your daily life would you like to be more outgoing?
I don't know what's a where, it's just period. Because I've been trying to just get out of my head with certain things. And the not caring part is, I think, what holds me back from being extroverted, so to speak. So just not, excuse my French, giving a fuck about what people think. Because there's certain moments where you're in your moment doing whatever you have to do, and then you kind of slowly start to think, what do people think of you in this moment? So I want to not think about that anymore.
They say opinions are like assholes.
Yeah, everybody got
one.
And a quick, not to give you a thing, but someone told me it was like our problem as society is we think that people are thinking what we think they're thinking.
And they're not. They
yeah.
honestly wouldn't care. Just like some people tell me that they don't go to the gym because they feel like someone will judge them. Like, honestly, everybody's going to the gym to work on their own self. So everybody in there is self-conscious about themselves. So they don't have enough mental space to be self-conscious about you or to think about what you're doing. They're just trying to get a machine.
But on the flip side, in all reality, a lot of people are judging. And like, it just can't help it.
Yes or no.
But the idea is that they're not thinking what you're thinking.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking like when you walk by and someone's like staring at your head, you're like, oh my God, they think I have a big head. But they're probably looking at your neck or something. Like what you think it's happening is not actually.
So is that why you try to cover up the back of your head?
Basically. Because I know that y'all don't see the back of my head, but I see
It's like, but I see it.
You see the back of your head?
Yeah.
He seen
A little bit
He
sometimes.
seen it.
In my daily life, personally, I would just like to be the plan creator. Like
Instead
I
of the
want
one that follows.
not follows, but I put it on people. I'll be like, I'm so busy, yo. If you just come up with something, tell me the date and time, I'll be there. But I want to be the one to say, hey, I want to go do this. Come with me to do this, or I want to go do this. Let's go do this kind of thing, as opposed to just being like letting the things come to me. And I feel like me living in New York, I know we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but me living in New York, I haven't really like taken advantage of all the fun shit that you can actually do because it's just like I'm not out looking for it, and but I hope to go and change that.
I would have to say definitely networking as far as like becoming more comfortable with speaking with people that I don't know off rip, just like that, and like making some kind of connection type of a
I
thing.
don't know how people do that. My mom could do that shit. I just like, yo, how you start the conversation? Like, what do you say?
Yeah, like
What's the end?
I don't know what they
What's
have in
the end?
what's in their bank of like words or like topics, but
this
I
worked.
I have always been awkward at like just striking up a conversation and like
My name's Naj. I'm a Scorpio. Just things like that.
I don't give a fuck about that. But I've always
Worst thing you could tell him
I've-
is to start by
I've-
zodiac sign.
I've always been in not always been in situations, but I've had a number of situations where like someone who I don't know from nowhere just come up to me and say, hey, yeah, what's going on, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I'm not going to like not speak to them because I'm not a dick like that and they haven't like disrespected me in any way. So I'll listen to them. And then by the end of the conversation, I already found out they had 3 kids, they're divorced, this and that, yada, yada. I'm
Very
just like,
easy to talk to.
I guess.
Come across all
I
of
think
you
Naj
like
is
that.
like, I'm just listening.
and then like I don't know. Sometimes I try to work on not being, because I've gotten like I don't come across as approachable or I look mean or like very
You
serious.
have a resting bitch face?
I do.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, you're asking?
asking.
I don't know. I
the
guess
male
that's how it can be.
Yeah.
I guess that's how it can be interpreted. But I've gotten that before. It's like, oh, before I spoke to you, you just seemed very mean that
I
you
can
kill
attest
me.
to that.
I
I
get
was
that
like-
too.
When PJ, it's funny because our first someone asked me how I met you, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, the first time I met him, I didn't think he liked me because PJ had said, I was like, yo, PJ, I need a job, and he was like, yo, talk to my man Naj, and like you didn't know me, he was like, yeah, Naj is in this room, and PJ's just like,
Just
go
go
up
in
to
there.
him. And I like walk up to him like, hey, what's up, Naj? I was like, which one of you guys is Naj? Me. And I'm like, hey, what's up? PJ told me to come talk to you about a job, and he's like, okay. So I'm like,
Because that's
I
what
can see you
PJ
doing
does.
that, yeah.
so literally I was like, okay. And I just like walked away.
I never even heard the story. So what ended up happening?
No,
Nothing.
I think I told you to come back and speak to like the other person that worked there because he was in charge of like hiring and
And it was
shit
funny
like that.
because he was like,
Okay.
yeah, come back and talk to the guy that was there. But it's funny because the guy was sitting right there. He was like, not right now, though. He's eating lunch. And I was like, All right, guys. Like he was sitting right
He
there.
takes his lunches very seriously.
Oh, no, yeah. That's his like me time break. So it's like no.
Sitting right there. And I was like, who is this guy? He was like, oh, he's right here. And I was like, hey, so he was like, no, but
No,
not
but
right
you
now.
have to do
He's eating
that.
lunch.
It's a
I
lot
didn't
of
know
jobs
about
like
the
they'll
story.
work you to the bone until lunch break. So you have to use your lunch like, listen, don't nobody talk to me, don't nobody see me.
That's
I'm
mad
eating to eat.
But yeah, I try to work against that sometimes. Sometimes it works in my favor because, like, you know, I'm a black guy walking through Harlem.
I
I
walked
use
off.
that on the rip because I used to get you're intimidating. I was like, okay. So in the streets, I'll put my intimidation face on so nobody harasses me. 'Cause I
Well,
don't
it doesn't
need
work
that.
because I walked off thinking I wasn't going to get a job. I was like, that nigga Najee like me, dog. I ain't getting no job.
As far as being outgoing, honestly, I don't know. I think I'm pretty much outgoing in everything I do.
Dot.
Nah, I just
That's
I kinda
delicious.
Dot delicious.
Delicious.
you just give everybody a piece of you like that. You don't save
Oh,
none for
wow.
yourself.
Wow.
nah, I kind of just.
What
live,
about
man. I don't
us?
care, bro.
Oh, my
Nah,
God.
I
get
really
him on
just
the
don't care,
weekends.
bro. Like opinions don't matter. I just go, man.
So there's no aspect of your personality or how you act that you want to improve upon, or that you feel like you're lacking in, or like.
Well, if I had to say improve upon, I could probably not that I really care to do it, but I think I could hold back sometimes. I think sometimes I can make people uncomfortable.
Assess the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm just a free spirit. Like
Do
at
a
the end of the
temperature
day-
check,
Yeah.
perhaps.
see how it's cooking in the room. But my whole thing is like, if you're gonna stop rocking with me afterwards, knowing how I am, then that's on you. But I'm not gonna hold myself back from being a very blunt individual, man.
That's true, but you should also take in consideration the people who you call your friends.
You know what's funny, though?
That's
50
true.
Cent
And I'll
just
blow
said
they
that.
shit up.
50 Cent just said that. 50 Cent, when they asked him about Taraj or the other chicken, he was like, yo, like, I'm out here promoting the show. Like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. If you know me, I don't have malicious intention. So as long as you know my intention, you should be good.
Like, 'cause
I'm
my
not
thing-
out here babysitting you.
My thing is, I will say it in your face as well. Like, well, if you're there, I'm gonna say I don't care. It's like, bro, like, it is what it is. I just don't care, and I don't care for mine to be out there because I'm very open about myself. So I'll tell anybody anything, bro.
You're not going to tell the camera about
By the time you caught
about
gonorrhea,
when we went together.
Wait, what?
nah, he caught
Yo,
gonorrhea.
PJ.
Shit like that.
Doctor said you good?
Yo, shout out,
Shout out to your
The
doctor.
doctor?
shout out to my doctor.
Oh, that's
you
a
know
fact.
what
Shout out to all the doctors.
I'm saying? Know what I mean?
Except the ones that drug people make the hoverboard videos and go to jail for shit like that.
Yikes.
Yeah, shout out to Malik's uncle.
So what's
okay.
what's the next question?
Can you remember a moment that you should have listened more and talked less?
Woo! Got a lot of those.
I am more of
Got
a
a lot
listener
those.
anyway by nature.
Why didn't you say that? And shit you need to improve on.
Yeah, that would be
That was just one moment.
a whole different
I learned from it.
Tell us. I'm interested.
Just you were saying what?
I don't know. You good? I said I listen a lot more than I talk, so you
She
good.
said the floor is yours.
Nah, I would say that in terms of listening to you, is Malik. I will give you this credit on the coaching job. You know, I thought I was being loyal to some people because they were trying to get rid of them, and I was like, nah, I brought these people in, so I want to take the responsibility for whatever wrongdoings they did or whatever they felt their wrongdoings, because I didn't really see too much of their flaws, but I thought I was being loyal, so I wish I would have listened to you and pretty much, it is what it is. They're being let go for whatever there was. It wasn't specifically and I ended up losing out on the opportunity for it. But you know what it is? It was just a loyalty thing. But it taught me that, friendship and business do not coincide at all. So thank you, Malik, for teaching me a lesson.
No problem. Should have listened to me.
Literally, I literally was like
Maybe you should
cursing me
improve
out
on that.
every day. Like, yo,
Yeah.
them niggas.
Shout out to them though. It just wasn't personal. It was business.
What was the question one more time?
Talked less.
Oh,
listened
talk.
more.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me because I tend not to talk a lot sometimes. So I can't really
Yeah,
think
I
of
remember.
Talk less and listen more. Talk less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I try my best to choose my words wisely. So if I said something and I guess it made you feel a certain way, maybe I meant to say it.
For me.
But I try to like to be responsible, and like if it did hurt your feelings, I come back and say I'll apologize, and like we can try to talk through it.
For me, my mom, when I was like growing up, I would like try to like talk more than her to try to win an argument. And then one time she was like, if I had a motherfucker who had a business for 19 years talking to me, I would listen way more than you do. And then ever since then I was like, well, you are where you are because of something you're doing or have done, so I should listen because I'm nowhere technically. And like she like shocked my world one day. Now when I walk into situations and I'm talking to people, I like try to be like, what is this? I don't know.
What can I possibly learn from this?
Yeah, what can I learn from this? Because everybody got, we all got one thing in common, is that we all have life experiences. So somebody got something. Everybody got something to say about something. So yeah, just depends.
Well, you said no, right?
Yeah.
You a listener off the rip.
Yeah.
That's that psych. Pay attention.
What is the last impulsive decision you made?
Oh man.
You go first though.
Well, it's camera equipment I buy. Last, those are gonna be my future ones too.
PJ.
Oh, I was just gonna keep it going.
Oh no, that's it. I gave my answer.
The last impulsive decision I made was an argument that I had with my fiance. I was uncomfortable with something, and I was just like, "Yo, get the fuck out."
Sounds like a short argument. Or was that the Cliff Notes version?
That's the Cliff Notes.
There's a clip
Sound like
note.
you won.
Oh no.
I lost that.
Yeah.
By the way, fellas, I lost.
Before I let you go.
We still together though. Don't get it twisted. You know, what I'm saying? I love you, baby. But yeah, that was an impulsive
Just flew
decision.
on her DMs just now when you said that. It was like, finally.
First one.
Good thing I got her
Jeez.
password.
They was waiting to say send.
She still signed in my phone.
I didn't think it would take 13 episodes.
But yeah, that was the last impulsive decision I made.
Well, it's like not impulsive, but it's the boldest decision I would say. 'Cause I don't really do much on impulse.
I'm gonna pound you before you even say it, girl, because I respect you so much.
Let's hear that shit.
Let us hear that shit.
No, leaving my day job
Ah,
to be fully just a makeup artist, not someone who sells, but just in my art. So
that's courage right there.
took a lot, but yeah.
So
End of the day, she chasing those.
I don't know. She makes a lot of impulsive decisions.
Like what?
Jumping out the
Hey babe,
window
what do you
with
think
this-
about this? Should I get this?
What?
I need these boots. I need this. I need this shirt.
That's not impulsive. For
Nope.
all you know, I have a full shopping cart that's waiting for weeks, and I just
That's
decide-
impulse.
That's not impulse.
That's
Can't buy it
impulse.
yet, it's still in
I don't
shop
buy
cart.
it yet. I wait like 2 weeks after, and I come back. Okay, did I really need this? No, delete. But I still want you, so
How many items you got in your shopping cart right now?
none, because I just bought all 3 dresses for that wedding we're going to. Okay. It
Impulse.
was not on impulse. They were sitting in my cart for a month now, and I decided it's a 50% off sale. Now I can get
So
it.
we
Now it makes
deserved.
sense.
So you guys are getting married?
We.
And I'm gonna look cute. Yes. No.
I'm not
We
wearing that
deserve
shit.
it because I'm gonna look cute for you and at the wedding. Ooh.
So you're getting
I'm not
married
wearing
and then
that
tell
shit.
us?
No. We're going to 2 weddings
Oh,
this
okay.
summer.
They
Yeah.
didn't tell us to invite us to the wedding. It's cool.
I was invited.
Turtleneck. I get it.
They gave it to me today. I passed.
Hey, yo, if I see you in the summertime wearing a turtleneck,
Good.
Wow. Actually, I have many of those. I like those.
But you
It's
I
a
feel
vibe.
like
I look crazy.
they probably look better on women.
Yeah, I look
Cut off
I
turtleneck,
agree,
some
it's my
denim
favorite
shorts
thing.
and some Tims.
Not the Tims.
Oh man.
Denim shorts and a turtleneck.
Nah, he gonna have the toe out Tims.
Cut off
You
turtlenecks.
turn denims into chocolate.
No nose. And short sleeve hoodies. No nose. Sorry guys. Do
short-sleeve
any of
hoodies.
y'all own short sleeve hoodies?
Shorts
No.
and hoodies?
When you
No.
got the hoodie, please.
No.
And never buy off-brand ketchup.
Okay.
No, sometimes that works.
No,
I don't.
Depends on
No.
the ShopRite brand. It tastes good.
That's not.
I prefer Heinz, but ShopRite brand.
Unless you got to.
I'm
But
saying.
if it's there, don't buy it intentionally.
I know this is
Don't buy
a
it.
tangent, and you make me think about like off-brand things. There was
Yeah.
a time in my life where you know the brand
I've
Crasdale.
never bought off.
You know how they make mad shit. So I've learned from very early.
The
You never
fruity
mix.
O's?
You never mix off-brand and off-brand. You always have off-brand and something like
On brand.
name on brand.
Yeah.
So like for this example, you don't have Krasdale bread with Krasdale peanut butter because if you put Krasdale peanut butter
it
on
peels up
Krasdale
some
bread,
shit?
it's gonna tear that shit up.
So deep.
So if you're gonna use Krasdale bread, use some Jiffy peanut butter or something smooth. It works.
Yeah. It's called Booze Ghetto.
You know you don't want to tear up your bread.
See, for the next question, I
By the way, that's the last impossible
It's like
decision.
cereal.
find I find the next question pretty funny. So I don't know if we want.
Wait,
to
is there
ask
off-brand milk?
No, we can ask it.
We gotta ask it. Oh,
Is there
okay.
off-brand milk?
Yes, it's called Great Value.
Wait,
But what's the on-brand milk?
there's no on. Well, no,
Whole
there,
milk.
there. No, there's name brand. There's name brand milk. I forgot the brand, but like
Almond.
you mean Silk. Silk is a brand. Almond milk is the
Yo,
flavor.
that
Oh,
was really
okay.
wild.
Oh,
Yo,
okay.
I used to
It's a-
jack that. That's what I was known for. Like,
Jacking.
nah, I was just saying.
Jacking
that's
off,
that was
what?
my saying. Like,
Huh?
never buy off-brand ketchup, and everybody like knew me for that. I don't know why.
Okay. What's the next question?
I don't know. I'll let Malik ask. I don't
Don't
know.
call Malik Hines.
I don't know.
I'll ask.
Did they
I got
call you
you.
Hines?
Hunts.
Hunts. My boy
The hunt over
Hunts.
the Hines.
Yo, Hunts, you on the block?
That is OD.
What would you consider your partner?
Hunts.
And does it affect the dynamics of and does it affect your dynamics and the relationship?
You answer.
No, I asked.
Now you've gone last for many of other questions, so
Okay,
you can take
know,
this one.
for entertainment purposes only.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I take you more seriously with a turtleneck.
So, no,
You
it's a
can
healthy-
sum up your partner.
It's a
Do you have a partner?
In summation.
Ooh.
listen for the viewer's sake. I like to keep it anonymous because then like girls will like be more into the show because they fantasize about the single Malik.
You notice he's
I
the only
mean-
one laughing.
I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him. Why you think a lot of celebrities like keep their status
eyeball.
like?
You know, look. So like I was saying, ideally, I would like it to be a healthy balance. I would like,
You like it to be a healthy balance?
yeah, ideally.
Her? You can
But
say her.
we're asking you for like a specific example of like a trait or quality of them that has like affected.
Yeah.
I've never dated an I've never dated an extrovert.
Really?
I gotta be the biggest star in the room, baby. You gotta relax. I'm just playing.
So for the girls that he's talking to,
No. You gotta play second fiddle
yeah,
to
you got
Malik.
to
I'm just playing.
To Malachi.
Oh, that's his alter ego, Malachi.
only
I can't unsay it now.
only when he wears the turtleneck.
Nah, but
I like Malachi.
I don't know if I could be there. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just leave it at that.
You can't like share that
You can't
that
share
space
space?
with.
No, not even that. My mom one
Your
time.
fly matches her fly?
My mom one time asked
Did your mom?
a potential partner of mine, and was like, "Hey,
Potential.
how do you feel when Malik gets famous?
He should.
How you gonna handle when people are approaching him?" And you just gotta sit there and like take it, like, oh my God, can I autograph? Or like, hey, what's up? How would you feel? And I was just thinking in my head, like, how would I feel if like my girl was a star and I had to like sit there and take a back seat and be like,
Oh, so you couldn't be the backseat person?
I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I don't know.
That means no.
Now, if you Beyonce, I guess, because you like the queen, but if you like
So this,
Kehlani, where like men are like your fan because they're like fetishizing over you, it's like, oh shit, like, whoa. I guess it would be like a big like ego check. I don't know. How about you guys? How the dynamics of y'all real relationships? Not
Well, my
hypothetical.
partner is an introvert. She would rather not be on
On your Snapchat and you dancing in boxes?
yeah, she does. Like, I mean, she accepts it because it's who I am. But she'd rather not. She'd rather play it back for whatever reason. I just her life. And I don't mind. But
Does it affect your relationship?
no, not at all. She does because I mean, she met me this way, so it's like take it for what it is. You know what I mean? How about you guys?
me, let's see. Sometimes I'll be wanting to do adventurous / extreme sports type shit, and then she not be with she don't want to be with it, or like sometimes I just want
to.
to. Sometimes this is where my like extroversion comes out. Sometimes I want to run down the street singing or yelling at the top of my lungs, and she's like, "Oh nah, you're embarrassing me. Come on."
Does that affect your relationship at all?
Not really, but sometimes it can be a little bit of a bummer because I'm like, come on,
He just
have
want to
fun.
like scream, like when a bus passes, just scream. I just let him scream. I'm
I
like,
get
I don't feel like
I
screaming.
know, but not
Because like sometimes I want her to do it too, and just like, come on.
I get it.
But it's weird, and I told me he has to understand, like, growing up, you were told that you have to be perfect at all times and to be respectful and not to show your ass, basically.
But
I was told that
it's
too, but
still
I didn't
like-
care.
Okay, but I'm getting it from like super strict parents who like
But once you
watch us like.
But once you
hawks.
realize that you weren't perfect, that right there.
No, that was dropped, but it's always the background of like you should always be your best
Have a
self
certain
and
image.
have certain demeanor when you're outside in public. There's certain times when I can loosen up, like the
Yeah.
other night, you know, I get down with the best of them. But there's moments where like,
Do I embarrass you?
no, no, you don't. In the beginning, in the beginning, I was just like, oh my god, stop. But now like he'll just scream when the bus comes, and I'm just like, all right, he's just screaming, and I'm just like, all right, let's continue. But I'm not gonna necessarily scream with him. I'll still hold your hand while you're screaming, and just like, stop.
Quick question. You know how you would scream with her, like that extrovert side would come out. Now, being amongst like just other people out in public, would you do the same?
It depends on my level of comfort with them, or if I
Yeah.
care.
Okay.
If I'm 100 deep, we acting up. You heard?
But it's also different because like
So
how I
I
said
don't ride the trains in groups any. I don't ride the
can't.
trains in groups anymore.
no, like how I was saying before, where he's like a step up from me,
Yeah.
so he tries to bring the extroversion out of me
That's a good thing.
in moments like that.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. I
That's why we
watched,
first got together. I was like, no, you're more out there than me. But
watched a
then
lot
he's
of
like-
wrestling when I was young.
You know the
like
funny,
Ric Flair.
the funny thing about being out with my girl though, for some reason, every time we're out, especially with new people, they ask her, how do you deal with this guy 24/7? Like literally, I realize people can't be with me 24/7. I think I'm too much of a goddamn extrovert.
Shout out to you.
I think she gets that sometimes from people.
And
Like,
I
how does
just
she
get, I'm
deal
like,
with me?
I'm
Real
so
about
used-
Notch?
Yeah,
Well, more so, I guess more so with like my bluntness and my humor.
yeah.
Like, we'll be have, and I'll just say something, and they look at her, and they look at me. And
I was just like, like I'm so used to it, and I was just like,
You looking at them like, that's all he said?
How do you
it's like yeah, I
guys?
get it all the time. Like,
How do you guys interact at parties? Like when you first get there, like we know Malik's story.
No, like this.
Creep life.
bar?
But yeah, like how do you guys interact at parties? Malik, we know that you drink water and you let everybody else drink vodka.
do I come that? Am I arriving at this party already lit?
Depends.
No, pre-litness.
Pre-lit? Oh, I'm not lit yet. Oh, damn. I gotta talk and like speak to people sometimes. Depending if I'm there with people I know, then like I'll be with them, and then
branch out.
as levels of inebriation increase, I'll start to like, you know.
For me, it's more of a I'll analyze the matrix what we were talking about earlier. So if like we in the spot, everybody on stage. If it's not like that environment of like a dance goofy environment, that I can.
Yeah,
Play
you
the
don't want to
whole-
be out here looking
I can
wild.
play the whole, you know.
Post up.
Forgot who's looking at.
Really, you look like the type of dude that'll be in the club, the dark club with sunglasses on.
Yeah.
holding a bottle of Henny. Just,
In the section like
Yeah.
that. Nah, but then if I go
you
out
can't
with,
even
like,
see anybody. That's the
It's not even
point.
dark in here, yo. But then if I go out with like an extrovert, like I can, you know, like I went out recently to like a mixer with the guy in the back, and I don't know if you like want
Make
to
it sound like
know.
who
Yeah.
who shall not
I went
be
to a
named.
spot with Ruben, you know.
Kooky.
Yeah, Kooky. Yeah, even better, my cousin Kooky. Whatever. And
Cookie and them.
it was lit, and it was like it was an environment where we dance, get crazy, we can dance, loosen up. And at first I was like a little stiff, and then like a little couple drink and get a little crazy.
That's the level. Yeah.
That was the move.
Yeah, that was the move. No,
End up with your shirt off.
this one right here too was the move.
What?
That's the
He
worm.
was loose.
Do it again. Do it
Yeah,
again.
you was too
This one
loose.
right here. We was
As if
loose.
I can relate. There's been a bunch of parties I've been to.
I've seen it.
Well, at the end of the night, I ain't got no shirt on.
Exactly.
And I've never found
I'm not seeing that. Switch that real quick.
those shirts are lost. I've never found them.
For real? Oh, that's when he's with his guys.
No.
That's back in the day when they used to say no girlfriends allowed.
Oh. let's not go there.
I never said that.
No. One of your mans used to
It
say
wasn't.
that.
It wasn't my apartment, so I had to abide by the rules of the apartment.
I got a question. Is this still? I guess it is considered.
Hello.
Extrovert. Now, when I go to parties, sometimes back in the day, me and my boys, you know how like there'd be like a group of dudes that's looking like gangsters and tough, especially on the outside line. So me and my boys, like, we'll go to a town that we're not really from, and we used to walk by these guys singing Christmas carols. We see like the most gangster dudes just staring at us, and we be like, "We wish you were American." And we used to fuck their heads up. They start laughing. Next thing you know, everybody good.
That's a good way. That's a good way to relieve tension.
Yeah.
They used to look at us like, these young niggas is wildin'.
Why y'all thinking to yourselves? I don't think we'll be able to fight them all. We need to.
Reassess.
Those guys is talented.
Do we want to rob them?
Somebody drop $1 in your hat.
It's like, thank you, sir. Kind sir.
Jess, when you pull up to the party,
It depends who I'm with. So when I used to be with the girls, we would go out. Of course, we know, one, we're going to get harassed. So we try and get to the middle. Into, like, the vicinity.
Conceited.
So-
I believe it.
did you not hear how that started?
She said harass.
Yeah, what did you say?
Harassment. Harassment.
Yes,
Never mind.
no. Because he's talking about, because you guys think you hot, so you get, yes, we were
They
all
talking
hot.
about safety.
Yeah. So we'll beeline to the center, but then nobody be dancing. But because we're with the girls, we're like, no, we're gonna dance. So it's like us dancing and then like slapping hands away.
Oh, I got a question real quick.
What's
This
up?
is only for you.
Yeah. What happened?
So being a beautiful woman in the club. Now, you know when guys try to approach you, y'all be dead and them like, no, nah, I just want to dance with my girls. So why
We
did
have
why
a
you ain't
whole
but why
thing.
you ain't do that at the crib?
What crib?
At their house, you could have danced with each other with the drinks at the crib.
No,
Why you
because I
go to
want
the
to be cute
club?
at the club, but
The speaker's not that good.
I am not. Exactly. I want to have a little libation. Exactly.
Those don't get that
The
out.
bass is on. There's a DJ. We wanted to get cute, have a girls' night out. I am not single, so I'm not looking for that.
No, of course, I understand that. But
My
it's just
girl
like,
may be,
it's the
so
club.
I play catcher. So
Support.
it's like she gives me a look. If dude is ugly and she don't want to, I make her dub me. So there's no play for him. Then he tries to come on me. We did a little reverse
So
girl switch, and then I'll dub her. So
Hold
there's
on.
no.
Hold on. This is important for men. Hold
Yeah.
on. So everybody not a dub. Some people get the good look.
Some people get the look where the girl is like, "Oh no, you can back away," and then we do the step aside,
And then he get
we'll
it.
dance on, and then he'll get it, and then if it takes
My
too
question
long,
is,
then
how-
she'll
how-
give me the tap, and I'm like, "All right, sir, you can leave," and then I do her a little spin and bring her back on me, and then that's
My
how-
question-
This whole shit. This
My-
is
Exactly, yeah.
My question is how sound is you guys' judgment really based off the lighting conditions in a club?
It is
And a lot of
20/20
people's vision,
vision.
vision ain't really that good.
No, but then you
how
get the-
2020 is it if it's
Chili.
strobing? People look better in strobe lights.
No. I'll agree with you that, but I have 20/20 vision. So what you do, if your girl is feeling somebody, she'll give you the look like, can you double check? So you do a
'Cause she
spin
can't see?
around. Exactly. So you do a spin around to double check. Okay, he's passable. So I'll let you.
I'm laughing because what if you that
Give
guy,
a-
like the girl throwing it back on you, she try to turn to you.
Oh yeah,
Every time you turn your
you only visible
I swear.
when the light come on, then come off.
That's when she started dubbing you and then touching your face like.
No, that's when you pull
He
your
feel
friend
ugly.
off of him.
You're ugly. Wait, no.
I've pulled the girl
the Ray
off of
Charles
guys many a
effect.
time.
She go like
That
this,
is
pull his
crazy.
nose off.
Look, that's not the one you want. I know you had a little bit more
You
than
done
me.
pulled
That's
her out the ugly.
I've pulled him out the
Hold
ugly.
it.
That's not the one you want.
Out the ugly.
I'm the type to let my friend rock out. Like, you good?
No, because then they get touchy-feely because they haven't gotten play all night, and so you're the one that's giving them the play, so they're like, oh, I want to take you home. It's like, that's not what this is. She want to give you a 2-second dub because it's a good song. She want to bust a wine.
Yo, I
That's
just wanted
it.
to say this is irrelevant about the taking home thing, but yo, there are people out in the world that like successfully close like one night stands, and it's such a talent. I don't know how people do it.
I don't know that life.
Like
Never
to
lived that
meet
life.
somebody and make them feel comfortable enough to go home with you
That's
in
crazy
like 2 hours.
to me.
is
Everybody's on the
bananas.
same page.
Yeah, I think they come there with that idea already.
But the fact that y'all meet, like, you know what I mean? Like the fact that you meet somebody on the same type of time,
To feel safe enough to go.
That's
home.
what's crazy. Shout out to them because I ain't never closed like that. I ain't never.
I'll call you later.
I get to, yo, we can
See
meet
you in
up
the
next
daylight.
week.
Yeah.
I can get to meet up next week.
Or they just show
I
up.
need, to, I need
show
to
up.
see you in the sunlight. Make sure you don't turn to dust.
We missed it.
He said, or they just show up at your door.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute.
Oh my god.
Here come the cops.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
single
Okay.
life.
What's next?
How long does it take for you to call someone and consider someone a true friend?
It takes a lot longer now. When I was younger, I was like, oh my God, we're BFFs. I was like, wait a minute. Now it's like, no, you've been dogged by too many friends. So, no.
I don't know. I don't have a time limit. It depends. It's just the energy you give. Like, I could be cool with somebody, like, in a day.
Yeah.
I don't think... I honestly don't feel like it's a time limit.
But there's cool and there's someone that you would call an emergency. That's two different, like, levels.
I don't know, there's levels to my shit. Like, I see you, you can be an associate. You know, that's like the beginning. And then after that, you're like my friend. And then after that, like, we
Graduate.
boys, like, yeah, you know, I fuck
Do
with you
guys
heavily.
say best friend or does just girl like a girl?
Yes, I say best friends.
Okay. Like I've never heard you refer to them as your best friends. I would say that to you.
I
But
say
I've
But
seen
I don't
you
know,
always
but
say
I
that.
wouldn't say I have like one best friend.
You have a
either.
circle
I
of
would call
best
him my
friends.
brother at the best friend.
Yeah, I would more say brother as opposed to best friend.
My brother. Sorry, my uncle used to say that. My brother.
Now, I see. I'm the type of person. I'll give you a chance to fuck up, and then I'll start
Yeah.
like putting you on
Drawing
a certain
back.
level. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
But I go in so open minded.
Yeah, I start there.
I'm the same.
Like I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. So like if I meet you off rip, we cool. If you need a favor, I guess, but the emergency, I guess you wouldn't call like a stranger or a day one person. But like, yeah,
I
I'm
don't
cool
know,
with
I-
everybody off rip.
I guess I would say I'm cool with everybody off with, but still there's like degrees to
Yeah.
my shit. Like I'm
not
not just
expect
gonna be
something
like,
serious from you.
oh yeah, or like.
I'm just so much of an open book because I feel like you can't use it against me after.
But
I
it's
done said it, you know what
I
I mean?
guess
There's
I guess
difference
more
to
so with my situation is because I've come to experience a lot of people like wasting my time initially. So that's how I like filter them out. Like, okay, I won't really hit you up, but if I see you, I'll talk to you. I won't like dub you or anything like that. But yeah,
Yeah, if it's on the, I don't know, it's weird because to put it on the scale of if I need something, it's only like 1 or 2 people I'm gonna call if I need something because only 2 people. The only thing I'm gonna like need are like from emergencies to like mom stuff like that. But like outside of that,
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, I'm not
Outside of-
calling.
yeah, like
anybody, but
I'm
I'm
not
saying,
gonna
like,
call
if
Nas
you're
like, yo,
qualified my
Nas.
best friend,
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I know that I
Follow
can,
me
like,
to the
if I
hospital.
have a problem,
Yeah.
you're the one that I'm reaching to. So there's very few that are on that limit.
But then again, it's like I know people. I've been close to people for years, and like even for this situation, I wouldn't recommend them for like this type of job or anything like
No,
that.
sure.
Like,
You know
what I'm
everybody
saying?
has their place.
I'd rather call you guys because I know it's more of a healthy conversation. People that I can bring in any room. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't take everybody everywhere. That's one thing
sure.
I'm beginning to
That's a
learn.
fact.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
I have a friend that is a chameleon and it's pretty cool. He's a friend that I can take anywhere, and then I have friends.
know how to move in a room full of roaches.
Yeah.
Compartmentalized.
Like I have friends, and it's a white guy. I feel like I can put him in a room with like a bunch of black people, a bunch of white people. Like it doesn't matter where we go, he'd be good. So it's like, I see what you're saying. Like friends are meant to go certain places. And I have another
Yeah.
friend who like, if it's not like if it's not his situation, it's not tailored to him. We know who not to
I
call.
thought you were going to say tits.
If it's not titties, then
In that sense,
But titties don't call
and,
me.
and I got a question for that comment though. Like you said, if it ain't tits.
Yeah.
Titties don't call me.
Oh
He
man.
said and they said that type of thing. I was like, going to say titties?
Said if titties don't call me. That's gangster.
But my thing is the people that always want to be around you when you have like when it looks like fun is like is
They're
those
situational friends.
yes okay then that's
why
what
my
it is
life ain't on the
situation.
gram,
Yeah.
B. You don't know when I'm having
yeah,
fun.
I don't know if I have a lot of those though.
I don't have
Nah, 'cause I
situational.
got people that hit me up like, yo, you be lit. Like, I was just at the bar. But I guess it looks so funny because, like, the moments we post tend to
Yeah.
be, like, funnier and, like, laughable moments.
All right, I got a challenge for all you guys. But first, it's a question. How long do you think you can go without? Wait, how long did you?
Was that the challenge? Like,
the look challenge? Hashtag. I'm just playing. How long do you think you can last without interacting with another person?
Not 5 minutes.
Probably,
Nah, it depends on my mood.
probably a day.
Yeah, it's like if I'm upset, I go a little bit
And
long.
you mean like not interacting with them via the phone either?
At all. You in solitude.
I know I've done a day.
Yeah, perhaps a day or two.
Sound like we in the pen.
As long as I got some food
Yeah,
and like a television.
the main needs are there. Like I
The
can
delivery guy don't count.
Oh,
No,
damn. Second day, I'm calling a mad delivery.
You got time to talk.
oh, there's actually a thing where like older people, they're suffering from loneliness now because they don't have many friends, so they actually will go to the supermarket just to talk to people.
If you
I'll talk
think
to
you're
delivery people.
lonely
They
now,
can call me for an hourly fee.
No, that's why they're having services where you can have companions come over and do that.
Call me?
But that's why a lot of older people are dying from more so loneliness than actual like illnesses.
Damn.
It's like, well.
That's the one thing that made me agree with the social media thing, because like a lot of my older family members or whatever, they all on that Facebook, and that gives them a chance to like
Something,
interact
yeah.
with people. So yeah.
Gives them a chance to bully others.
Oh yeah, like yourself.
That's what they be doing. Bullying people. Guys, don't
he
social media bully people.
Yo, a senior citizen cyberbully?
Yeah.
Gangsta.
You imagine how long it takes them to type a message?
It's like
to
back in my
cyberbully
day,
you?
I wasn't a bitch.
No, they was bullying people the whole time.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, they got a whole.
Yeah.
Then the fucked up part about all of that, send. Like, what?
Nah, it's this shit right here.
You
Look.
just wrote all that just to say send.
How I take that off my IG story?
But yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I just found out how to do that.
How to delete stuff off your IG story?
Yeah. Because I forgot that, Fashion Week, I was putting up too much stuff. I was like, wait, I
Hello,
don't like this video. Can I
Hello,
delete that?
grandma.
Shout
I
out
said, you're
Jess.
older than me, okay? So it's not
Fight
like
me.
that. I will
Guys, yo, we
later.
young cash, yo. Let me let y'all know. When I tell people like our ages and stuff, they be like,
did I give
My
you that?
birthday's
Did I
about
give
to
you
come.
permission to tell motherfuckers my age?
yeah.
I mean, we're
Yeah,
all older than
choice.
him. So
Where
like,
they think we're
I be
old?
bragging. I'm just
They think we're older
Look at my
individuals.
Huh?
They think we're older individuals.
No, they think that
we
y'all
are
my
older
age.
individuals.
They be thinking y'all are my age.
I ain't 43, nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm still in my 20s.
Can we
This nigga
start,
43 years old.
can we start like ending the show with our hands in the middle and like breaking out?
What?
No.
I don't want to touch you first of all.
So why do you think I sit on this side?
And so we're supposed to read the guy's name who gave us these questions. Oh,
No.
Guys,
Missed that whole
guys,
beginning intro conversation.
Guys, the other
No.
day in our group message, I asked, can I end the show with a specific thing? Can I?
No.
end the show? No.
He want to
No.
get one off. And
No, no.
He's going to do it anyway.
No, I'm not
I'm gonna
do it.
cut it. Don't even do
well,
it.
since you're gonna cut it.